So I've been meaning to talk about products. I thought it could be fun. I thought it could be something I'd have fun doing. I miss making YouTube videos a lot, but I'm getting a master's. I'm really tired, and I'm writing a thesis. So I'm really tired. I'm Krondash's biggest fan, maybe. I use these, they're the Neocolor 2 Aquarels. They're a water-soluble product. I call them my crayons. You can do a lot with these guys. So I carry around a little sketchbook. This is the Stillman & Burn Zeta Series sketchbook. It is tiny. I keep it in my pocket, and I also use a brush pen all the time. So I think this is the Zebra or the Niji. I like it because you don't have to remove the stopper on it. You just like squeeze and then dunk it in water and then let go, and it sucks water into the bulb. I like to be able to walk around with my materials. Having a small sketchbook and a little brush pen helps me out a ton with that. When I do work in my sketchbook, I don't really like to give myself the option to erase. It helps me be more confident with my line work when I do studies. These are all done with the Neocolors, and I just do little studies of whatever I find, whatever I want. It's an example of the Neocolors. I use them in 2 different ways. They can be applied directly just to the page. You kind of get that like nice like waxy texture because they are a wax pastel. And then you can also see them watered down on this side using that like water soluble aspect of them. You can get these really, really interesting textures and like surfaces and lines and stuff. I really enjoy these. I, though, have never jelly printed before. Now we're gonna get into it. So I don't have a tripod. I don't have like any means to hold my phone while I make art. I did see this creator like a week ago who took like a wire hanger and made like a stand that held their phone, held it right in front, bent around their phone. So I'm gonna try to emulate that using this wire, which is like 16 gauge. Well, I think that I like mostly kinda, okay. I don't know, I got these colors, I like them. So with these, I'm taking them, dipping them in some water to get them wet because I can't apply the wax pastel directly to this. It is not taking it. So when I do my abstracts, I'm really like harboring an emotion. Right now, for my thesis film, I'm playing a lot with the emotions of grief, but not in the traditional sense. I'm playing with the emotions of grieving oneself. So these colors that I have picked here correlate with my film, but also with my own personal perception on grief. Now, like I said, I've never used these before on a jelly plate, so I'm doing a lot of experimenting. I really enjoy experimenting with my art supplies. I think it's fun to try to push things just in new ways that you don't expect them to work. I think things, when you do them traditionally, really end up with this like specific and strange quality. It's so random what you end up with because you don't have really control. You don't have an undo button, so when you put it down, you just kind of deal with it. I never use a fan brush. Wow, I never use a fan brush. I'm really into this, like, I'm right-handed, but I'm really into this, like, using my left hand in my art sometimes, because it's not coordinated, so I can't be as precise with my placement, and it just feels very human. But when I start with abstracts, I really think about my color palette a lot. I think color, to me, is the most important part of an abstract. I really resonate with colors. I don't know. I think they're really important. I've always had a favorite color. My favorite color for a long time was yellow. But as of recent years, it has become, well, it was red for a while, and then it changed over to orange. It's not my least favorite color. My least favorite color is green. So you're looking at this piece now, and you're saying, oh, like it's it's green. It's your least favorite color. Like, why would you be doing your thesis film in your least favorite color? And you're also probably saying, Jules, your least favorite color is green. That's awful. Yeah, isn't it? I know it's beautiful. I'm well aware of the beauty that is green because I think nature is gorgeous. I'm also using green in a way that is very gross. I'm not using like these nice, bright, beautiful greens. I'm using these like icky, yucky, nasty green. Okay, so I really like what's happening. I don't know if you can see. I really like what's happening up here when I take, so I'll take this and I dip it in some water. And I've been wiping off on a towel so it gets a little damp, just so like the wax pastel is like nice and soft. And then applying it. And like, I wish it would go on a little bit thicker than that. I'm gonna try to get a lot of pigment on my brush for this one. Load my brush. So I put a little bit of water on this brush and then I just kind of work that into the pastel on the top or on the sides and just scrub off. The more of it I scrub off, the more that water just kind of dissipates and I get this a nice thick application, which is more similar to like gouache almost. I like these pastels because they almost feel like gouache sometimes with just more fluidity to them, which I like the fluidity. This is my piece. I have never printed a jelly plate before, so we're literally just gonna try it. I'm thinking that I have to mist this down with something because like that's dry. So give me a second. This is the only spray bottle I can find right now, so we're gonna deal with it, I think. So I've had my phone fall out of this like 3 times already. But we're just gonna hope for the best. This is my table. I made it. It's Mondrianism. It's dirty because I didn't have sealant, so I used varnish, which was just a bad choice. I used a matte varnish on this for oil paint. I don't know why I did that. Anyway, let's get this jelly plate. I'm just gonna put it over here. I'm gonna put it down on my table. Take my spray bottle. Just gonna lightly mist this with water because these are water soluble. It should maybe help. I think I did too much water just now though, so I might have ruined it. Which is fine. It's actually okay. One day I will repaint this table. Okay. I have this printmaking paper that I've also never used. This printmaking paper I've never used. I just got a sample of it, so I thought I'd use it. It's by Speedball. I don't really care most of the time about my paper that I use. I just really care that it's a heavy weight because I use a lot of water-based medium. So I'm gonna take this. It's an okay size. I just cut that page in half. It was, I think, a 9x12. I try to line it up as best as possible. This is just a test, so I'm not really caring about my registration too much. Just drop it right down. I'm not sure how you're supposed to transfer a jelly plate. Usually with my linos, I use a wooden spoon. I'm just gonna gently work. Oh, my phone's gonna fall. My way around, just not moving the paper. I'm gonna try to keep it in place. Okay. I don't have any idea how this is gonna turn out. Shall we? Awesome! It was way too wet. I definitely wet that down way too much, but you know, we live and we learn. Mail just came. I'm gonna wet down my plate first. Wet down my palette. I am now just going to be taking these and seeing what happens. I do need it to dry a little bit, apparently. But let's just go an entirely different route this time. completely and utterly different direction. It's a new medium. Let's do something different. Let's just play with it newly. Why am I treating it like, why treat this like something I've already done? I've never done it before. So the way that I did that last piece was how I typically construct my abstracts on paper. I think it's reasonable for me to try that. However, I can see why maybe it didn't work. I'm kind of keeping this one a little bit different. I think this is my favorite green right now. I know I said I hate green, but this is chromium oxide green. In my mind, it's almost blue. This one's also really nice. This is olive, dark olive. What I was looking for was terra umber. I like this one. I love a sepia. But there's purple in here I really like. I think I want to add a tiny bit more purple, but this one, some purple up here. This piece reminds me of one that I made a bit ago when spring had begun, and I was coming out of a funk. So I put together a little abstract in my sketchbook about the flowers blooming and how beautiful they were. I used these purples and greens. I was really thinking about like those little flowers that bloom on the side of the road. I don't know if I think they're technically weeds, but I really like them. So, all right. Now this is really, really wet, so I'm gonna leave it alone for a little bit and we'll be back. While I wait for that to dry, I thought that I could just use one of these pages and talk a little bit about making abstracts just for fun. So I'm gonna kind of make like that vibe, but not on Jelly Plate. But I kind of just want to have a conversation about art. And you know, I talk so much to myself while I work anyways, and it might as well go somewhere. I just like to take my brush pens with my abstracts and kind of drop water onto a point of color and travel through the piece. I tend to end up filling a lot of this like empty space with more watered down pastel, just because it's, I don't know, I like the almost like ethereal look to it. This more shaded effect I really like too, for filling in larger spaces. Check on this. Yeah, still wet, still really, really wet in the top corner there. This grainer brush is really an interesting texture. And I never really use a fan brush, but I pulled it out earlier, so must be time. Kind of like to let my supplies dance sometimes. That's what I call it. Let them dance like that. It's growing and it's changing. We're in spring. It's springtime. Yay, happy. Nice. Cool. This is still like sopping wet. Okay. I didn't understand abstract art for a really long time. I thought it was stupid. Very seriously, I was like, that's dumb. Why would anybody really like abstract art? It wasn't until I started, haven't thought about my journey a lot, I guess. I am so impatient. I also have other stuff that I need to get done today, so I kind of want to be all done filming soon so that I can get that done so that I can edit this. Okay, we're just, so I don't really want to stand up anymore. It's very wet still. Oh God, it's very wet still. We're gonna try. We're just gonna do it again. And if it fails 2 times in a row, then I will try again a 3rd time on my own without recording, and that's fine. So, bang. Okay, yeah, so, it's bad. It's very bad. I don't like this at all. Huh. It's very interesting for textures. Where's my first one? This was the first one I did earlier. I think there's something here. I think I could use these for backgrounds. I would have to look more. I would have to experiment. I think I'll have to experiment more. So, end of the day, I'm not gonna rule out this medium. I think there are tons of things that I can do with it. I think this is really interesting, like texturing, like texture-wise. I really enjoy the way this stuff looks. Like it's very ethereal. So like color placement, very ethereal. I definitely would have to get used to the way that things interact, I think. I could try printing on Yupo. So like there are areas of these that I do really, really enjoy. There's just aspects of them that I don't. And that's okay. I was thinking like, oh, this could be my first layer. I'm doing a lot of motion graphic stuff with my abstracts right now, and the backgrounds have been the hardest part for me to figure out what to do with. Just because it's really hard to cut these more abstract images up in Photoshop because they combine so heavily. The backgrounds are really tough to make and fix, so I've been trying to figure out all that. This could be a really great way for me to create backgrounds that are still interesting. So, you know, like, you win some, you lose some. So, long and short, I love the Neo colors. I think the jelly printing is really interesting for texture. I want to do photo transfers with it next. So, I think that I'll probably be doing something like that at some point. We'll see. But for now, that's it. I had fun. I have to go write a lot, probably. Now more than ever, I think that we all should just be creating, making, just whatever you want. People are saying like, oh, make stuff. Yeah, make stuff. Make bad art. The coolest thing about being an artist is you can really only get better at it. You just gotta keep making stuff. Forever. I hope you have a good day, a good week, good month, good life. If no one told you today, I love you, and I do care about you. Keep that in mind. I challenge you to make bad art. My challenge to you today is to go on a walk with no music and no phone. So 10 minutes, just go outside, walk around, and just look at things. I have been doing this recently, and it's been nice. It's been really nice just to observe the little stuff in life. I found a really, really weird looking plant the other day, and it was really fun. So, and I wouldn't have seen it if I wasn't looking up from my phone. I've been really struggling with staying present recently. The world is crazy. My life is crazy. I have been trying to do little things to make my day 1% better. So I challenge you to make your day 1% better and go find a weird plant or cool rock or something else I'd love to hear about what you're up to, what mediums you're using, what you're creating right now. Put a link to your portfolio website in the comments section. You can follow me on my socials. I do have a Tumblr blog right now that is dedicated to my thesis film. I'm calling it Preen. I might post on YouTube sometimes here and there about what I'm up to when I have energy. But this was really fun for me, so I think I will do more stuff like this in the future. Great.